Being able to get out on the river with like-minded people, enjoying a day where you're doing something good, is just wonderful.
If someone asked me what Floating Landcare was, it's like a fully catered picnic cruise. You know, you're getting chauffeured up the river to a spot you'd never get a chance to go to before, with expert guides pointing out the history and the flora and fauna. And they're serving you beautiful morning tea, they're serving you lunch in a beautiful, peaceful surroundings.
Always seem to be in beautiful spots. And so it's a real privilege to be able to come and actually work here and do it with a whole lot of like-minded people as well.
So Floating Landcare brings volunteers to locations that they probably wouldn't get to go to on their own. It might be a nature reserve where usually you'd need to be accompanied by somebody from national parks. The opportunities and the places that we go to are boat access only. The work that we've been doing with Floating Landcare is mainly focused on the Hawkesbury Estuary and the waterways of the Central Coast. Since about 2012, we've been visiting those places because they're weedy hotspots. So the weeds have moved in and we've chosen to make it our job to remove them and help the native vegetation come back. At Spectacle Island, the volunteers have been working on removing lantana from casuarina swamp oak forest. And casuarina swamp oak forests are an endangered ecological community. So the benefits of removing the lantana is to try to get the ecological community to thrive for the long term.
The improvements you can see on this side are spectacular. When we first arrived, you could barely get off the beach because of the lantana, and under the lantana was heaps and heaps of asparagus ferns, and it was just choking everything out. But slowly but surely you see you make a difference.
The good thing, the really good thing, is the bush is regenerating, so we're seeing lamandra and other little plants and creepers coming up and getting back to how it should be.
And it's so great to come here and see what a difference we've made as volunteers, just helping out. A few hours, a couple of times a year has made such a difference.
Spectacle Island is a nature reserve, and as such it's set aside because of the uniqueness of the island and its isolation as well. That's in terms of vegetation and also heritage. It's got quite a number of heritage sites. So the volunteers get to visit areas they wouldn't normally get to see. And for us at National Parks, we get a lot of work done that we perhaps wouldn't normally get to do in certain areas. So it's a great relationship and certainly works really well on both sides.
Most of the sites that we go to, you can only get around to visiting them once a year. So when we have 20 people come once a year to one site, we can make a huge difference in that day.
We have such a great day, and you know, we get a lovely morning tea and lunch and a ride on the boat and meet great people, and it's just 11 out of 10. What more can I say?
It doesn't matter how experienced or inexperienced you are, there's always people that will show you, and people are very tolerant and very happy to share their passion and enthusiasm for the bush. You would pay to go for a cruise on the Hawkesbury River. It's so beautiful, and yet here we are being able to be taken to the most inaccessible spots, and it's free.